I'm super pumped about this topic. It's one near and dear to my heart. I love focusing on a green home in general, and green cleaning is something that I've started doing over the years and just became very passionate about it. And there's been a huge demand for people wanting to learn more about it. So this webinar is going to focus on reducing our toxic load and just learning how to clean naturally. So for those that don't know me, my name's Shar. I'm essential oil educator and mentor. So I've been doing that for almost a year now, and it's really, truly where my passion lies. And because of that, I am the founder of my oil and natural health community called Essential Glow. I'm also a plant-based nutritionist, so I went to school for applied human nutrition, and I've been plant-based that whole time, so I apply those practices to that. I also like to call myself a holistic and natural-minded mama, because that's really the direction I've taken since having my daughter. And then these are the various social media platforms and websites that you can find me at. So it's either normally my name or my brand, Essential Glow. So the whole purpose of this webinar is to empower you guys to take care of your and your family's health in ways you never thought possible. So just to state up front, I'm not a doctor, but I am a completely passionate person for natural health solutions. And I am a mom that likes to use these solutions in her home for prevention and as a first approach to support the body in healing and to create that safe environment. And then the info I've presented here tonight is based off of my own personal experiences and the research that I've compiled over the years and prepped for this webinar. So in hopes of helping you, because knowledge truly is power. So what we'll cover tonight, and this should take about half an hour to 40 minutes, so hopefully it's not gonna take up a huge chunk of your time, but we're gonna understand the impact that toxins and chemicals really do have on us. And then we're gonna look at why cleaning natural is a really good option and why it is important. And then we're gonna look at what are essential oils and why we should use them in our green cleaning. And then we're gonna chat about some top oils for cleaning. So these are ones that I've kind of compiled together. And then we'll look over some DIY cleaning recipes. And I'm gonna show you how you can get started with your own oils. And then we'll look at a few giveaways and promos. So let's first begin with what started this all. It pretty much started when I started caring for another human being. So this is my daughter, Nia. She actually turns 4 in 3 days. So I don't even know where the time has gone. But she really has been the spark for change in my life, because for me, what happened was when I started having to care for another human being other than myself, I started looking at the things in my health and my home that I could switch and what I could really focus on to do better, okay? So creating that better environment for her, but not just for her, but for me as well, because you wanna focus on yourself and making sure you're doing what's right for you too. So she really has been the spark for change though, and I'm so grateful for her. So we're gonna go over a bit of an overview. So this can be a little dark and it's gonna be information heavy, but I promise you it's because I care about you, and the information I'm presenting is to really help us make informed choices, okay? Because when we talk about toxins and chemicals, we need to be the ones taking action with what we decide to buy and support. So this little chart right here kind of talks about this Toxic Substances Control Act, okay? So this was something that was introduced 40 years ago in 1976 with over 62,000 chemicals already in circulation. So those are already flying around on the shelves and our cleaning products and all that. And then there's this other organization called the US Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA for short. What they do is they assess the risk of chemicals that we have in the home or in the companies, in the companies' products that they have. They assess the risk on them. So 62,000 chemicals already in circulation. The EPA had required extensive testing on only 200 of those chemicals and banned a grand total of 5 substances. So I can count them on my one hand. So we went from 62,000 to 200 being tested, and only 5 being banned. So from this, it's not to say that the other tens of thousands are really awesome for us. It goes to show how the industry is very skewed, right? So there are some loopholes in this system. So with the EPA, they can only assess the risk and test the chemicals if the company chooses to come forward with them. So that's really scary, because my understanding is that most companies aren't coming forward with these chemicals. That's not why there's tens of thousands still out there. It's not because they're safe for us, it's just because they're not coming forward with them. So why this is really crazy is this is because the federal toxic law actually discourages chemical companies from knowing and sharing hazard and exposure information, which are the two variables that need to be known in order for the regulators to conduct a risk assessment. So they're supposed to bring it forward, and because they don't, then they can't assess the risk. And then because of that, it's just the assumption that there's no risk, but we know that's not true. So it's a major loophole in this whole industry, and that's why we really need to take true ownership of what we're doing. And this is why I included this quote, because I think it summarizes really well what we're dealing with. So we don't want to wait until we have exposed enough people to a chemical in order to prove that it's carcinogenic, aka cancer causing. When we hit that point, we have hit a failure in the regulatory process. And I think truthfully, we've already hit a failure because of this loophole, and knowing that there are so many chemicals that are still out there that may be posing a risk to us, but it can't be tested to see if it is truly riskful for us. So just to keep that in mind as we dive into a little bit more information. So first, we're going to look at understanding chemicals a bit more, and we're going to start with understanding what our toxic load is. So this refers to the accumulation of all the toxins affecting your body at any given time and the burden it places on the body systems and organs. So what this means is we have all these chemicals and that we're using, or these toxins, everything in the atmosphere and what we're using in our homes and in our personal care products. And when those toxins are absorbed at a much faster rate than the lymphatic system can dispose of them, this is when we have a toxic overspill into our bloodstream, and that's when it begins to wreak havoc on the body. So if you see this quote here, or this point here, since World War II, we've been exposed to over 80,000 new chemicals, and I feel like that's constantly growing monthly, weekly, daily. When we have this accumulation and it spills over into our bloodstream, this is when it makes you feel sick or cause allergies or an autoimmune response. So just looking at all that we have around us and how our bodies can even keep up with it, okay? And then chemicals themselves are natural or synthetic substances produced by various industries that cause harm to the body. So examples of these are ingredients in processed foods, like artificial sweeteners and flavor enhancers, gas from cars, cigarette smoke, solvents, plastics, pesticides, xenoestrogens, and harsh cleaning products, which we're talking about here. So with that, most cleaners don't have their ingredients listed on the labels as product formulas because they're considered trade secret. So again, here's another loophole. If it is their ingredient list and they don't want others finding out about it, they don't have to include it on the label because there are no legal requirements that exist for ingredient labeling on household cleaning products. So as a result, as consumers, we have this limited access to information about which products contain what chemicals and ones that we may be trying to avoid. It might not even be on the label, and we're trying to avoid that. So we get the product thinking that since it's not on the label, it's not in the bottle, but we are so misinformed. So again, just making sure we are making those informed choices and always trying to have a better understanding. And then fumes from cleaning products may induce asthma in otherwise healthy individuals. I find this very unsettling because maybe we think of asthma as being hereditary and passed down, or it's something from internally happening. Obviously it's internal, but not from our environment, not from our cleaning products. So especially from healthy individuals being induced with asthma, it's pretty scary to think. And then ordinary cleaning products can cause some people to suffer mild to severe allergic reactions to the skin, eyes, and lungs. And then again, this does make sense because the labels are saying, you know, if you ingest called poison control, or if it comes into contact with your skin, make sure you rinse off immediately. So just keeping that in mind as we wash our floors and we walk on them and we clean our countertops and we lean and we pick stuff off the floor and eat it, what that is actually doing to us. And then many cleaners are pollutants that contribute to smog, reduce the quality of drinking water, and are toxic to animals. So again, this is like what we're using. It gets into our atmosphere and around the world, and it can affect animals, which they can't really do anything about it, right? So no place and no one is immune to the chemicals we see every day. The most persistent chemical contaminants are carried across oceans and continents by water and air, and they're fat soluble, so they biomagnify, so increasing in size and concentration as they move up the food chain. This will be important when we come to the next slide. So here are just a few studies that I wanted to include just to really drive home how important this is. And I just want to say that I don't tell you this to scare you, but rather to inform you and help you make empowered choices, like the whole theme of this webinar is. So first up, a landmark study in 2006, and remember, this is 2006, so 10 years ago. So think about what has increased since then. So this 2006 study found up to 287 industrial chemicals, pollutants, and pesticides in the umbilical cord blood of 10 newborn babies. Okay, so this is where the biomagnifying of these chemicals comes into place, because it's not only crossing the placenta, but affecting a baby that's not even born into this environment yet. So even before we're born, not to say we're screwed, but we really need to make these mindful choices of what we're doing. And then this is a really important study, or a really important point too. New scientific evidence suggests that some chemicals may actually be more toxic to humans at low levels than at high levels, challenging the conventional wisdom that higher doses are always more harmful. So this too, maybe like we're thinking, I'm just going to use that cleaner one time, or I'm just going to use it up because I have it here. But really, it could be more harmful than all the other chemicals you're using to combine. So just being mindful that lower might actually be worse than more. And then this one doesn't really relate to cleaning products, but I thought it was very useful, again, with the whole labeling and just the whole regulation of the industry. So parents might be surprised to know that companies are free to use almost any ingredient in children's personal care products. Some natural products contain artificial preservatives, and some marketed as gentle contain harsh skin irritants. So again, it has in it what it's saying that it's not. So it's just a lot to take in, I understand, and I know that it might be very dark and dreary, but I promise you that there is a light at the end of the tunnel now, okay? So this is why going natural is so important, and it's so easy to do. So not only is it safe for you and your family, it's you don't have to worry about it getting into the airs and the water systems and all that. It's very natural. So it's fine that way, but it's also easy on the pocket. So I'm going to show you how you can make a lot of great recipes that use very little ingredients, and it's very cost effective. And then it is very highly effective too, meaning that it works. So it does what it says it's going to do. And it's better for the environment. So again, this is where it comes into play of getting into our air and streams, and just better altogether. So if you haven't checked out the workbook, I have included a link in there, but I will give this to you after the webinar in the ebook I'm going to send you. So this is a complete list of resources that I put together. It's got a ton of information, a ton of websites you can check out on your own to learn more about this, because I don't want you to take what I say at face value. I want you to go and do your own research and come to your own conclusions, because that's what it's about. I am very passionate about this topic, and I want to help inform people, but ultimately you have to make your own decisions. So that's why I've compiled a ton of information there for you to go home and look at yourself. Or you probably are home right now, so going and looking at it after this webinar. So, and from that complete list there, here are two things that I just wanted to touch on quickly. So this is an app, it's called Think Dirty. It's an amazing app, and it's really easy to use. So you download it on your phone, it's free, and then you can actually scan barcodes of products, and if it's in their system, it will come up with a rating. A lower number, like say a 2, is better than a higher rating, like a 10, and it will dissect the ingredient list. You can actually click on ingredients, see what studies have been done on it to know what's safe about it, what's not safe about it. So it's really user-friendly, and it's very informative. So it really helps out in this industry where we don't always have the information available to us. They've done the research for us. And then what really helped me when I did start going on this more natural route is Environmental Working Group, so EWG.org. They are an awesome organization. They have a ton of information too on cleaning products, your skincare products, and they're the ones that you might know. They are the ones that did the research on the Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen. So they're the originators of that. So they are another very handy website to check out, and they have an app as well. So now that we learned that going natural is the way to go, this is where essential oils come in. But first off, what is an essential oil? So an essential oil is a volatile aromatic compound that is found in the seeds, the stems, the barks, the roots, the flowers of plants. And they're steam distilled or cold pressed, so like from the rinds of citrus fruits, extracted, and that's what they are turned into, this beautiful essential oil. So take here, for instance, this peppermint leaf. If you were to magnify in about 300 to 400 times and turn the leaf over, this is what it would look like. And these little sacs are where the essential oil are contained, okay? And see these spikes around it? It's protecting the essential oil because this is like the life force of the plant. So when you rub that peppermint leaf, then you smell the peppermint on your hands, you're actually smelling the essential oil. What's really important about the essential oil is it ensures the plant's survival because it helps with pollination, it helps protect it against predators, and it's pretty much the immune system of the plant. So we can defend ourselves, but plants can't, and that's what the essential oil is there for. So because of that, they are very powerful and very beneficial to us and safe to use without any harsh side effects. And actually the oil itself is 50 to 70 times more potent than the plant as a whole. So really, really powerful things. But unfortunately, all oils are not created equally. Just like the whole cleaning industry, the essential oil industry is unregulated. So you need to be mindful of the oil you're using. And it feels like new essential oil companies pop up every day. I'm even shocked at the places you can buy essential oils now. So knowing that quality really does matter when you're using essential oils is important. And what has made me so passionate about doTERRA. So they, right now there's no regulation on the testing for oils. So they went ahead and they created their own system for testing. And this is called Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, or CPTG for short. So what this ensures that the oils are exactly what they say they are. They are pure oils. They have nothing added to them. So no synthetics, no fillers, because you could potentially go to a dollar store and find a bottle of pure organic lavender, because the industry is unregulated to say what can go on a label or in the bottle. They can put that on it, but is that what would be in it? My guess is most likely not. And why this matters for even your cleaning is because if you are trying to go this more natural route and you're getting an oil that has all these fillers and synthetics added in, yes, it'd be a step above, be a step better than the chemical cleaners you're using, but it still isn't the pure plant, and you're not getting those same benefits as if you have this CPTG grade oil. So, so with this certified pure therapeutic grade oil, it's safe. So it has nothing added to it. It's free of pesticides and all that. And what makes it so beneficial is it's very potent, okay? And what comes into play for this is if you look at this little chart here, this just shows where doTERRA sources all their oils from. So they source their oils from all around the globe because they seek out where the plant grows indigenously. And this is gonna create a very potent oil because the oil depends on the climate, the temperature, the soil condition, the rainfall. So this is what makes an oil very potent, when it can grow in its indigenous region and it grows abundantly in that region of the world. And that's where we have these very maximum and beneficial oils. So that's just a little overview of why the quality does really matter. So now we're gonna get into some green cleaning oils and the top ones that I've selected for it. So first up is lemon. I am such a fan of lemon. It's such a beautiful oil. I literally have them scattered all over my house, and we probably go through a bottle a month. So lemon is a natural degreaser and a cleanser. So it's really good for greasy, stains, you know, anything that's gonna clean. It's very antibacterial and antiseptic. It's good for polishing furniture, which is a bonus. It's great for sticky surfaces, and it's actually good for things like this. So see this label that I have not used my lemon oil on yet, if you have the camera on. It will take that off. So just putting a few drops of lemon on a sticky, really sticky surface, it will, or a label or a sticker, it will pretty much peel off. And I find this so super awesome. I had heard that someone used lemon essential oil to get gum out of hair. So don't go for the scissors, just use lemon essential oil. It helps purify the air and surfaces, plus it smells great. And an even added bonus is it's naturally very uplifting, so your mood benefits, and it also helps with stress. So you're not only getting the cleansing properties of the oil, but you're getting the aromatic, emotional benefit of the oil too. And just to note, it takes about 45 lemons to produce one 15 milliliter bottle of essential oil. So 45 lemons to produce this, just to show you how highly concentrated it is. All right, next up is melaleuca, or more commonly known as tea tree oil. So it is very antibacterial, antifungal, it's a strong antiseptic. It's very cleansing and rejuvenating. It helps kill germs and airborne pathogens, and it helps protect against environmental threats. It's also really good for the skin too. So it's one that you could use topically. without diluting down. That's more of another class I would go into on the ways to use the oils and how to apply it to skin, but it's a good one for any blemishes and all that. And it's actually very good for things like, say, head lice for kids at school. And skin conditions, I've used it a couple times for things that have popped up with my daughter. And it's actually one of the oils, the first oil I turned to when I started green cleaning my home, because I had known all these things about it, how antibacterial and antifungal and antiseptic it is. So it's great for counters and surfaces. And we'll go into more of the DIYs in a little bit. Okay, next up is On Guard. So doTERRA does have some blends. This is one of them. So they put a bunch of oils together and then they give it a name, On Guard, and then it's also known as the protective blend. Sorry, excuse me. So it's antibacterial, antiseptic, antifungal, and antiviral. And here are the oils that go into it. So we have eucalyptus, rosemary, wild orange, cinnamon, and clove. It's a beautiful scent. So it helps actually support a healthy immune system. I have it going through me right now. I have it pumped up when I'm not feeling too well. And it assists with respiratory function too. So why is this important? Because do you remember how conventional cleaners actually can induce asthma? Well, when you're using nature and the power of it, that like this one, it can actually help improve the respiratory function. So you're getting that benefit of, creating a clearer passage of airway. So that's really awesome. It also protects against environmental threats. And you can actually find this oil in a ton of other products that they make. So they have like a cleaning concentrate. I'll talk about that more on the next slide. They have a foaming hand wash. That's awesome. They have a laundry detergent with it in. They have protective throat drops. They have a toothpaste that my husband swears by. And he even said it, I think today or yesterday, like, why would anyone use anything else after they've used this? And it's a very different flavor than other toothpaste because of the cinnamon and the cloves. It's a really nice toothpaste. So what I wanted to show you about this one product that uses On Guard is this cleaning concentrate, to show you how cost effective it can be to use natural products to clean your home. So you get this bottle of cleaning concentrate. I think it's $14 US, and it actually makes 12 cleaners from it. So you add the concentrate, I think it's like 2 to 3 tablespoons to 24-ounce bottle of water, add water, and it's about $1.20 per cleaner. So it really is super easy, and again, you can make your own cleaners, which is awesome. Next, we're going to talk about wild orange. So wild orange is antiseptic, antifungal, it's a disinfectant, it's very cleansing. It's a purifying agent, so whether you're using it on your countertops, your tables, or your surfaces, or placing a few drops on an air filter and letting it get around the atmosphere. We'll talk more about cleansing the atmosphere afterwards. And it protects against environmental threats, and if you remember, it is one of the oils in the On Guard blend. And a bonus with this, because citrus oils are very uplifting, is it uplifts the mind and the body, plus it's great for emotional balance. So when you're feeling a little unstable, just bust out the wild orange and get clean in your home. And then we have eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is a really beautiful oil. I love it. So it's a disinfectant. It's antibacterial, antiviral. It has very purifying properties. It's effective against dust mites, so great for using on your bed. It's also good for congestion and asthma. So again, there we have the power of the oils helping open up the airways versus constricting them, right? This is a side note. It doesn't have anything to do with cleaning, but I actually love eucalyptus for my shower. So when I start my day, I like to add a few drops of eucalyptus around my shower. So not where the water is going to directly hit it and it just would run down the drain, but on the outskirts. And then once it heats up, the oils rise and you get that aromatic benefit, and it just really helps invigorate and open the airways and just really, really get your day off to a great start. And then we have the oil blend called Purify, which is the cleansing blend. So the oils in it are lime, lemon, Siberian fir, Austrian fir, pine, citronella, melaleuca, and cilantro. It's antibacterial, antiseptic, antifungal, antiviral, and this is the only case where I'm okay to say that it smells clean, because I should have mentioned this before, but your home should not smell clean. It should smell like nothing. Clean should smell like nothing. It doesn't need to have that chemical scent. So this is the one case though where I'll let it slide and your home can smell clean. So it purifies and freshens the air, obviously because its name is Purify. Plus it's odor cleansing. So, which is great too. So, and it's great on surfaces. And stale laundry hack. Have you ever put your laundry into the washing machine and then forgot about it, or forgot to put it in the dryer and it just became a hot mess? So what you could do there is add about 3 to 5 drops of the Purify blend or lemon to the laundry and then rewash it, and you're good to go to throw it in the dryer. So that's a small hack that you can use this oil for. Okay, and some other green cleaning oils that you may not think are used for cleaning: lime, lemongrass, peppermint, thyme, grapefruit, and Douglas fir. So firs in general, as you may have noticed in Purify, there's 2 firs in that. So firs in general are really good for cleaning. And then some other non-toxic cleaning options. We have baking soda, very good cleanser. We have cast-style soap. So Dr. Bronner's is a great brand, and I encourage you to look for this one. This is actually the baby one, so it's unscented. So all the other ones are scented with essential oils, but I encourage you to get the unscented one and scent it with your own essential oils. And salt is a very effective cleaner. And then finally, white distilled vinegar, or another one I like to use in place is apple cider vinegar. So let's get to some DIYs now, or do-it-yourself, do-it-yourself recipes. So we'll start with some bathroom cleaning. So I'm not gonna run through all these recipes, just know that I will provide them for you after. So take note of ones that really stick out to you that you wanna look back and check back with. But we're not gonna dissect them all. I'll just kind of show you how simple it is with these all, and then you can go apply them once I send you the ebook later. So first I want to take note of this amazing bottle hack if you've never done this. So if you go to Target or the dollar store or whatever and buy some spray heads, and then you have your sparkling water bottle, so go and buy some sparkling water in a glass bottle, and then you can put the spray head on. It fits perfectly on these glass bottles, and voila, there you have a glass bottle for your sprays. So why I encourage glass over plastic is essential oils, I mean, they are diluted in these ingredients, or in these recipes I'm going to share with you, but they can break down plastic. So obviously glass is better because it won't break down the glass. So it doesn't really matter because you're not ingesting the oils, and they are heavily diluted down, but just so you know, they can break down the plastic. So glass is always better. So if you're repurposing one of these bottles for your cleaner, that's awesome. And remember, the lemon can remove sticky stickers like this. So you could use the lemon for that and it'll turn into that. So we'll start with this glass and window cleaner. Very simple, okay? Just like I said, these are very simple, few ingredients, but you're gonna see a similarity across all of them. The spray bottle, half a cup of vinegar, 10 to 20 drops of lemon, and top with distilled water. And I promise you, this works so well, okay? It works better than the blue stuff that we used to clean our windows with. And guess what? You can actually lick it and it won't harm you. All-purpose cleaner, again, keeping it very simple, just a spray bottle, 10 to 20 drops of essential oil, and then you top with distilled water. This is honestly where I started. All I would do is add melaleuca kind boom. That's what I clean all my countertops with. So in the bathrooms and around the kitchen, that's what I would use. Now I kind of play with it a little bit more. I kind of go with either the season or the mood I'm in. So you can add melaleuca, or On Guard might be a nice cleaner because we're coming up to the holidays, and On Guard has like the cinnamon and the clove in it. So really holiday-esque, if you will. Then you can do some citrus, or again, for those uplifting properties. So again, you can play around with it. It's not super hard, and then you can use it as an all-purpose cleaner. A toilet cleaner, baking soda, very simple, vinegar, essential oil. And I also love this bonus hack for the bathroom. So adding a drop of essential oil to the inside, so the paper part, or the cardboard part of your toilet paper roll. So every time you roll it, you get that fresh scent of the essential oil. And then we have a lime scale remover. So baking soda, water, lemon and lime essential oil, very simple. And then in the email I sent out for you guys for leading up to this newsletter, this is one of the recipes I made yesterday, the soft scrub for bath tile and tub. Again, very simple, baking soda. Now we're adding in that cast-style soap, water, vinegar, then 5 to 10 drops of lemon essential oil. I think I used maybe 6 or 7 drops of essential oil. And then you combined it, and it's very pasty-like. It's kind of more liquidy, but I promise you, this is me cleaning my shower, and it works so well. Like, it just scrubs off any shower grime you have in there. So it's really, really fantastic. Now we're gonna get into some kitchen cleaning. So floor cleaner. This is actually when I was doing well before I had essential oils. So I would use just freshly squeezed lemon with it, but Now I'll use essential oil, so just some hot tap water, let it heat up a little bit. Some apple cider vinegar, white vinegar. I've been loving apple cider vinegar lately, but totally use white vinegar if you'd rather use that. And then 5 to 10 drops of lemon essential oil. And I did this one, I showed this picture for the last webinar I did on this topic, and I showed how I used lemon and grapefruit last time. And I encourage you guys to buy a mop with a reusable mop pad on it so you can wash it and reuse it. And then a compartment where you can add or make your own cleaner and add it to that. So I really encourage that. And then you can just kind of add the essential oils you're feeling. So I was feeling lemon and grapefruit that night, but again, you could use On Guard, lemon or lime, or grapefruit or Purify, whatever. You can use whatever. Wild orange is another one. So just being creative with your cleaning for sure. Then we have a fridge and microwave cleaner. So vinegar, hot water, lemon essential oil, stovetop cleaner. So this is where we get into some baking soda, salt, apple cider vinegar, water, and then we're adding in Purify. So remember, Purify is the cleansing one. So really good for those caked on stovetops. Then a produce bath. So this is one that I didn't do for a while, and I wish I would have done it sooner. So even if you are buying organic produce, I encourage you to try this, because I buy probably 95% organic, and I still do this, and it's crazy what comes off your produce. So you could fill your kitchen sink or a large bowl. I only do kitchen sink now because I tried the bowl thing and I just totally underestimated how much produce I wanted to wash. I just kept adding and then it overflows, so it doesn't work for me. So I go for a full-on kitchen sink, and you add about a 1/4 cup of white vinegar, 5 drops of lemon essential oil, and you just throw your produce in and let it sit for 10 to 20 minutes. And then you take it out, and it's just all the gunk is left behind. So it's really cool if you want to do that on your meal prep days. So maybe it's Sundays and you're washing everything for the week. And then a garbage can deodorizer. You can either add some baking soda with essential oils to the bottom, or I love this one a little bit more. So you're fighting the garbage can blues. You put a new garbage bag in your garbage. Then you get an old newspaper and put a few drops of Purify on it, and then drop it in the bottom of your garbage, so it helps kind of like soak up the odors and just really neutralize them. And then this is a dishwasher hack that I started doing. So remember that cleaning concentrate I mentioned slides ago? I actually use it as a dishwasher detergent now. We ran out, and I think we were using 7th generation, the powdered one. And I didn't really want to go out and get detergent, so I was like, what the heck, I'll try this. As little as 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon, depending on how large your dishwasher load is, or how caked on the stuff is. Sometimes I'll add a drop of the Purify oil or lemon, and it works very awesome. So not only can you make an all-purpose cleaner out of it, but you can use it in your dishwasher as well. These are kind of additional cleaning recipes. I just had like a kitchen sink dump the following recipes into, because I didn't really put them under categories, but they're still awesome. So a carpet cleaner, just adding some essential oils to baking soda, and then you would sprinkle on your carpet, let it sit for a little bit, then you vacuum it up. Laundry, simple as not just the stale laundry, but adding Purify to your actual washing machine. And then the dryer, when you throw your clothes into the dryer, you can get a wet rag and put a few drops of essential oil on that. So maybe lavender for your bed sheets to just promote calmness and relaxation before bed. You could toss it in the dryer with it, and then you'll get that fresh scent throughout your clothes or your sheets. And then after the webinar is done, I am going to send you a bonus laundry recipe too. So look for that. And then here are some headings of ways that you can use the oil. So for greasy messes, using those citrus oils, or environmental threats, using cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, musty and mildew. And again, you will get these too, so you don't have to worry about jotting them down, but just knowing what oils to use for what. And then even thinking outside of the homes for deterring bugs and insects. Because essential oils are a safer version of a pesticide, because it's actually kind of funny, but bugs, insects, rodents, whatever, they stay away from essential oils because they don't like the smell of them, okay? So ants and spiders using peppermints, very effective for them for sure. And there you go, lice with melaleuca, dust mites for eucalyptus, using eucalyptus for dust mites. So those are just some other effective ways to use oils. And then these are some pertaining to more the body. And I think this is really important when we talk about green cleaning. I know it's not just for cleaning your home, but since our skin is our largest organ, just being mindful of what we're putting on it. So this natural deodorant is probably my most used home care item, because as I was looking into going more green, going a more natural lifestyle, the first thing I swapped out, and you should consider doing it too if you're using this, is switching from antiperspirant to deodorant. And I was using deodorants that weren't working, reapplying every half hour, it felt like some days, until I found this natural one, and it was awesome. It worked, it stayed on, but it was $10. And I just couldn't justify spending $10 on a deodorant again. So I simply made my own, and it took me literally a couple minutes and probably a couple dollars. And it worked. It worked way better than the $10 deodorant even did. And the best part about this is I get to control it, and I actually add essential oils to it. And I call this my perfect oil blend because all of those essential oils serve a purpose in the deodorant, whether it's to reduce sweat or to help with the lymphatic system or to cleanse the area. They all serve a purpose in this deodorant. So again, very simple ingredients: baking soda, arrowroot, or cornstarch. I used to do cornstarch. I've been liking arrowroot a bit more now. Coconut oil, and then the drops of essential oil, and you can play with the I was gonna say flavors, but the scents there. So floral, woodsy, citrus, whatever you're feeling, you can add to your deodorant. Then a hand sanitizer. It's so simple, and you can just throw it in your purse and on the go. So a 2-ounce glass spray bottle, 10 to 20 drops of essential oil, top with distilled water. This is one I play around with all the time. So I would just do On Guard and water, and then I did On Guard and added in eucalyptus, and then I did On Guard, eucalyptus, and lemon. So you can kind of decide what oils you want to add to it. And then this hand soap, I actually have a YouTube video on it, just showing how I made it and how simple it is. The great thing about this hand soap too is it suds and foams up like a regular soap. So you don't have to compromise on those things we're used to with conventional items. You can actually still have them, but in a more safe and effective way. So now we're going to quickly talk about diffusing, because diffusing is a great way to cleanse your home too, even if you may not have thought of it that way. So studies have actually shown that diffusing pure essential oils helps immediately remove toxins and cleans the air. So that's really cool. So working on ditching the air fresheners and diffusing instead. So as little as 2 to 3 times a day, or start with once for 30 minutes to an hour a day. I've included a few here just to show you ways that you can use them to support your home and your mood. So an energy boost. This is a great one to start your day with. So really get you uplifted and pumped up for the day. A seasonal shift one. This one would be great if you're going from winter to spring or from summer to fall. So just to really help with those shifts as we go through the seasons. Fresh air. So when your house is smelling a bit stale and you need to promote a fresher air in the house, I would pump this diffuser blend on. Stink Be Gone. There we come with the Purify and Lemon. And then immune support. So this is really key for this time of year when the cold and flus are going around. So On Guard and Lemon. And I actually have a document here with more diffuser blends if you want to check that out. So again, like I have them categorized, and they just will help you create mood shifts and just really help pump up your systems. I'm just going to quickly show you how you too can get started with oils. Because obviously it's something you need in your home to experience. So here are the simple steps to get started. So joining my Essential Glow Oils team, we have a lot of great people on it, and this can be just for wholesale purchasing. So you can get started with a starter kit, or you can kind of design your own starter kit and add your own oils to it. In this document I have here, this is the steps for getting started with oils. It shows you what's the starter kits you could start from. Or you can just select the enrollment fee, which is $35 US or 42 Canadian, kind of equivalent to having a Costco membership. So it gets you a year at wholesale pricing, which is 25% off retail. And you can shop whenever you want. You can place one order, you can place 100, you can place one and ever again. It's kind of up to you, but it delivers right to your front door. And then you can purchase whenever and get the oils. And then there's the option to participate in doTERRA's monthly ordering program. And that can qualify you to get free points or free points towards free products. So, or points towards free products. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. So that's a benefit too. That's how most people order. That's how I order each month. And then there's the option for education and mentoring if you're looking to learn more about the oils and going that more biz route. But this link here shows you everything you need to get started. And I have a ton of information there. But yeah, it's really up to you. There are some great starter kits that have some of the oils we talked about today, or like I said, if you want to build your own green cleaning starter kit, you could as well. That's it. I hope this was really helpful, and I really thank you guys for being here. And I love this little quote: to do what you can with what you have where you are, because that's really what it's about and what we're doing, right? We're just doing the best we can. And if I can help you incorporate some more of these natural solutions into your life, then you have made my night, and I'm super grateful for all of you to be here. Again, here are some ways to connect with me.